Hi everyone, hope everybody's doing well. Thought I'd start with just a little bit of crafting before I get to show you the new ephemera. And I haven't really worked on much since the last video, but I have decided that I want to use this, and I want to use this on the edges. This is a Stampin' Up! That I got from my mother-in-law, and there's loads on this thing. I thought I wasn't going to have enough, but looks like I probably will. So, yeah, I'm going to try that. I think I want to do something with the corners as well. I'm not jazzed about having it straight like that. So, let's figure out which one I want to do. I really do like the corner of this one. Let me grab a piece of scrap. I'd work better on this, I think. It's really cute little corner. My mother-in-law gave this to me too. She loves me. That's kind of pretty, right? It's very simple. I don't want to go all crazy, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. Which means, of course, I'll have to go back and ink up the edges, but that's okay. And I am going to do top and bottom. So, okay, new stuff. Well, not a lot. I live a very dull life. Although my husband and I have started going for walks during the day when it's not snowing. And, oh, that didn't work very well. Poop. Yeah, we had 2 beautiful sunny days. It was cold, yeah, but it was nice. So we went for a walk, and there's this really pretty coffee shop close to where we live. I mean, it's not super far. Let's see. 68, 69, 70, 5 blocks maybe? And Surrey blocks are quite long, just so you know. They're not typical of a city block. City blocks are generally shorter here anyway. So we went to this coffee shop. We've only lived in the neighborhood like 10 years. And the coffee shop's been there 11. So, yeah. I'm going to put these together. So we went down there anyway, and it is in a heritage house that's been converted to a coffee shop. Loads of seating inside, and there's a beautiful big balcony in the front that you can sit on, and that's where my husband and I had our coffee. I had tea, he had coffee, and downstairs, they've converted the downstairs of this house into a music studio. Not a studio, music lessons. Well, I guess it is a studio, but that's where they teach music lessons. I never even knew it was there. I mean, that's how with it I am. But, oh, it was really, really good tea that they made. I really like the syrup. Of course, I get sugar-free. And, yeah, you know, having worked for Starbucks for so long, I don't like their syrup. I don't think it's very good at all. I've had better. So I was pleased that they didn't have the same one. Never heard of it before. Don't remember the name of it. This is the name of the coffee shop, though. I kept the sleeve because I like the sleeve. Yeah. What's it called? Boothroyd Heritage Coffee. And they've got this really pretty plaque in the front because it is a heritage home, so they couldn't tear it down. And anyway, this, I believe they're either Japanese or they're Korean that own it, and yeah, they use the old school espresso machine, which I love. I think the espresso tastes way better out of those. And it was a nice walk. So by the time we got there, so I guess the first day we didn't go too far, maybe 12 blocks in total. Which for me, going from doing absolutely nothing to walking 12 long blocks, was pretty decent. So then I had sold one of the printed kits from the store the day before that. And so yesterday I walked to, well, my husband and I walked over to the drugstore, which is twice as far as what we did the day before. So at least twice as far, maybe longer. I don't know, I was being a real whiner. Yeah, I don't know if it's not so much that I'm out of shape, which of course I am, but it's more that my hips are going. I think I'm having major problems with my hips. And generally, if I go for, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then they loosen up and I'm okay. But yeah, yesterday is probably because of the walk that we did the day before. They weren't loosening up. So a little bit of a whiner yesterday. But I did it, and it was warmer yesterday too, which was nice. So the more I do it, the better I'll get. And usually I can just ignore the little aches and pains, but I had to pop some pills when I got home. And what else? Oh, my husband went down more weight. He's doing so amazing. I am so proud of him. I can't tell you how proud of him I am. Because I know how hard it is to lose weight. So he's down another 4 pounds. My brother's down another 3 pounds. He kind of started this other thing. It's not keto, but it is low carb, and it's something that he saw advertised at what drugstore is it? Not Shoppers. Oh, I always forget the name of that other one. Anyway, it's here in BC. I don't know if they have it other places, but they have a weight loss program, and you use a lot of their packaged stuff, which I'm not jazzed about doing. I'm not giving somebody my hard-earned money to buy something that might taste like garbage. I'd rather just make it. Although he needed something that was easy and structured, and you get your weigh in every week, and they also do body fat index, which is more important to him, getting that down. So he's done really good. I think he's down about 30 pounds now. So he's doing really well. And he started back cycling again. He's got one of those, what do they call it? It's like a frame. It holds your bike inside the house so that you can actually use it as an exercise machine. I don't remember what they call it. It's a bike stand of some kind. And that way, it doesn't matter what the weather is, he can always cycle. And so he started doing that. He used to cycle a lot. He did, he's done the Ride for Cancer, I don't know, 3 times, I think. And that goes from here to Seattle. So, yeah. And that was in his, well, I guess he would have been late 40s, early 50s when he started doing that. And he's done the cancer ride here in BC, which goes from, where do they go from? Vernon? I think it's Vernon, all the way to downtown Vancouver, and you do that in a day. The Seattle one you do overnight, but yeah, you ride there and back, whereas the other one you do all in one day. And yeah, I'm very impressed by my younger brother. When he puts his mind to something, he does it. So he kind of, I can tell you that, you guys, this, because I think I've mentioned before, it was his son that passed away. It's 3 years ago now. I can't believe it's 3 years ago already. And so once my brother went through that, he kind of stopped cycling. He kind of stopped doing a lot of stuff. And it took him a long time to get over, well, to get through the grieving process. You never get over it, but you do get through the grieving process eventually. And anyway, he had, cycling kind of was what was keeping him sane. And this was before his son passed away. He used it to get over a divorce. So he'd done so well and accomplished a lot. And then my nephew died, and so it kind of threw him for a loop, and he stopped doing a lot of stuff. Well, now he's happy, and he's got a new wife, and yeah, she's really fit too. She does a lot of triathlons, and so they had kind of sports in common, right? Anyway, she's also a photographer, and she's amazing at that. And so anyway, he's gotten into it because he's coming to Hawaii with us this year. So he wanted to get off his poundage, and so we all kind of committed to changing our eating and all that kind of jazz. So the boys are doing really well. The girl, not so well. I'm not cheating at all. I haven't cheated, and I haven't cheated since I started. So I guess in that way I'm doing well. Keto's slow for me. Well, everything is. And I've had a lot of people say, you need to fast. I do that. I eat once a day now. So, yep. It's just who I am. And I have to accept that and be patient. And for anybody starting keto, and if you're over 50 and you've gone through menopause like I have, it could be a challenge. Some do well, others it's slow. And like I said before, I'm just turning this into a mindset rather than a weight loss goal. Eventually it'll come off. I was just hoping to, break a certain poundage before our holidays, which are 10 weeks away, you guys. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm probably not going to, but that's okay too. I've definitely lost for sure. Wearing a bunch of coats that I couldn't even get on. And a lot of tops are fitting me again, which weren't. So I'm just losing it in weird spots, I guess. Places that I don't really notice unless I put something on, if that makes sense. Like if you lose it in your back or whatever. Who looks at their back? I don't. I lose it in weird places. I lose it in my wrists and my ankles. And yeah, really important places, right? But eventually, my body will go, okay, I need to find another source, and it'll take it off the places that it really needs to come off. My husband has noticed, though. He said, yeah, my butt's smaller and my stomach is smaller, and so that's encouraging. I don't know, you're your own worst critic, right? I mean, that's just par for the course. But and then I've been trying a lot of new recipes, and I've really been looking at that Ninja Foodie. It's like not a crock pot, pressure cooker with, you can dehydrate with it, and you can crisp your food up. So if you do a whole chicken, then once it's cooked, you can put the crisping cycle on and crisp the outside of it, which I thought was pretty cool. And because it's a pressure cooker, your food cooks way faster, which would be nice. Some days, I don't have a ton of time, but still want to do a nice dinner, right? I've got my mother-in-law coming today for dinner, and I put in my slow cooker, I put in a small pork roast and a little bit of chicken stock. Well, it's actually bone broth. I bought this bone broth from Trader Joe's. My husband and I drove down to Trader Joe's one day because, of course, they don't have them here in Canada. And they have these little, all you Trader Joe people that are looking for bone broth, the little packages, and they're only maybe maybe a cup and a half, maybe, if that. And they have a little rooster, a black rooster on the front of them. They are horrendous. They taste terrible. I've had way, way better bone broth, so I didn't want to throw them out. So I'm using them to cook with, you know, like this. That's what I ended up putting in the crock pot because I figured with all the other spices, they'll taste okay. But, oh, not to drink. No, thank you. The Pacific brand, though, that you can get at Costco in the States, that's good. That I like. So we buy that, and it's pretty cheap compared to what we pay up here, which is, you're not even going to believe this. Okay, so a liter here is one of your Tetra Packs in the United States. You know, like, I don't know what it is. A liter. I don't know. It's whatever it is. You get about 4 cups out of a liter. And we have these ones that are sold here they're in a plastic pouch, and they're still almost a liter in size. I can pay $16 for that one pouch. The Pacific, I can buy a liter for $5. So even with the difference in the dollar, it's still mega cheap for me to get it down in the States. And bone broth is extremely good for you. It has lots of collagen in it because it's cooked down animal bone, and it's you cook it like in a slow cooker for about 2 days, and that takes all the goodness out of the bones. Of course, if you're vegetarian, then I guess not. But it's very good for your skin, your hair, your nails. It helps heal leaky gut syndrome, which I had. And yeah, it's just overall really good for you. So we have one every day. I probably should have started with a couple every day just to heal myself up faster, but I couldn't afford it, right? We weren't going to the States at that point. So I definitely couldn't afford it. And anyway, found it down there. So, of course, we stock up big time. It's not far for me to drive to Bellingham. It's about, once I've crossed the border, it's about a 20-minute drive from there. And for me to get to the border, it's about 15 minutes from my house. It's pretty close. So as long as I'm not sitting in a border lineup for mega times, you know, it's a pretty quick trip. And so we do Trader Joe's, and we go to Costco, and we go to Fred Meyer's, because I like Fred Meyer's too. So we just did a trip like that and took his mom with us because she's trying to eat keto as well. She's probably not as hardcore as I am, but you know, it's a good thing. She's trying to get some weight off as well, but it's more about feeling less pain, and especially when you get older. And so she's doing pretty good. I don't know, she's lost the 10, but she hasn't really moved since then. And I said, you know what? Same thing happened to me. I lost 6, and I think I went 3 weeks, maybe a little more than 3 weeks before I lost any more. I think I've lost another 4 since then. But like I say, it's slow, but whatever. It'll come off. I don't care. It's for life for me. I actually really enjoy eating this way. I find all kinds of really interesting recipes, and I've been eating way more vegetables than I've eaten my entire life, really. That's the truth. Never really been much of a vegetable person, but since eating this way, we eat a lot of good vegetables, and I found some great keto recipes just on YouTube. You know, you just do a search and people offer them for free all the time. And so if you're interested in that, then Headbangers and Keto Connect and the Keto King, he's good too. And yeah, like I said before, I've buying a cookbook soon. Well, actually my cookbook should be here soon. They said they shipped it, so I'm looking forward to getting that and trying out some new things. And okay, so this is probably really boring for you to watch me do this, so I'm just gonna do this punch. This book is taking me forever, but it's probably because I haven't been working on it. So this is a Martha Stewart punch, and if you look closely at it, you see that there are open spots with no color in them. So if you line up those with your holes, you get a different punch. If you do it where you're lining up the solid, it's even. If you do it where you're lining up the ones that are not solid, where did it go? Like that, I'd get an odd shape. What the heck, let's do that. So you get 4 together. Okay, now let's see, I want to do, let's see, that's my solid. This is where the problem is remembering what you did so you can do it on the other side. So if I do the solid there, I get those 2, that one and that one, and there's one in between. So let's line this one up. Yeah, let's try it. Yep, okay, so then I'll line this one up, I think. Try it. Yep, there we go. So you can get different patterns by, you know, doing it in different spots. Just don't go too fast and you're less likely to mess it up. Okay, so I thought this might look rather pretty on the page. Since it's yellow and pink predominantly, I thought the gold would look kind of nice. My hands are a little cold, so they're not working too well. And I'll just do this, and then I'll show you the kit, because I figure my mother-in-law, if she's not here yet, she's going to be here any minute. So I won't make a super long video today. That's rather pretty, huh? I probably need another hole there, maybe. Nah. Okay, I need my Tim Holtz scissors. Where are they? These are great for cutting ribbon. Yeah, I think that's nice. It's a little bit longer, but that's okay. I like that. Okay, so I will continue on doing that, and but I wanted to show you the new kit. So this is a sample. This is just note paper in a little notebook, and I believe Dorothy gave this to me from, she's in Australia, and I really like it, and it leaves you a spot. I do have the little finger guys, so I could actually stamp the little finger on here, but I just take 2 of them and I use a glue stick and I glue them together to make it thicker. And so this is one of the little tabs. You know what, I don't think I'm, is that showing? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, to me I look like my camera angle's a little weird. But here we go. So there are 4 colors, and there's a sheet of words and then a sheet without words. So you can have it plain or write on it, whatever you want. As you can see, this is the green one. I don't know if it's showing green on the screen. It doesn't, it looks kind of yellow to me, but it is a nice, what color? It's a yellow-green for sure, but it's very soothing. I love this color. It's one of my favorites. So there's the blank ones. You get quite a few. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 5, 8. So 40. So you get, you know, 80 in the same color, which is a lot of tabs. So these took me forever, you guys, I gotta say. Okay, this one I already cut out. But this one is, I call this one yellow because it is sort of a goldy yellow, a little bit of brown in it. This one is very vintage. They're all quite vintage, but this one will go with pretty much anything at all. And then pink ones, of course, because there's a lot of people who like pink. And this one has little polka dots on it, which is pretty. So there it is, plain. And then, of course, I had to do a blue one, because a lot of people like blue. So there's the blue one. It's almost a blue-gray, you guys, if that's not showing properly on the screen. And there it is, plain. So they are in the store. You get 8 sheets, which is quite a lot of tabs. But the nice thing is you can just cut out exactly how many you need. I've done this on a nice photo paper. It's a cardstock, but not a heavy cardstock. It's Canon, and I think it's only 45. Hang on, I'll show you the packaging. That's the packaging. So it's Canon Pixma. Okay, 45 pound. Yeah, you get 50 sheets. So it's 170 GMs for the UK people. And yeah, it's a beautiful bright white, but it's cream on the other side. I know that probably doesn't show too well on the screen, but maybe if I put one on top of the other, you'll be able to tell what I mean. See? That's definitely cream. Which, when it prints like a solid, where did I put that? I had just printed out a new, this is the Tea and Roses kit. Pre-printed, it's in the store right now. And I printed on the back of some, okay? So it doesn't change the color at all. Like, this is exactly the color it's meant to be, whether you print on the A or the B side. Whereas when I was using Red River, which I do love their paper, you guys, but if you don't get the double-sided paper, when you print on the back, which you can do, it turns everything super dark, which I didn't like. As well as it's really expensive for me to buy it. So I went to the Canon to see if they had something in Canada that was easily sourced for me. I mean, that's the thing. It's difficult at times here to get what you need, you know, good quality paper, because I don't want to pass on those expenses to you by having to charge you, you know, too much money, because I can't get my paper cheaper, right? So I did source this out. I was super pleased. I like the weight for the tags and the postcards, and depending on what I want to use it for, like, you know, I could go ahead and print a pattern on it from one of my kits and then cut that out of one of my Tim Holtz dies or whatever, and then you've got some weight to it, and you've got a nice tuck spot. And anyway, I really like the weight of the paper. So that's what I've printed that on. Now, I'll probably get asked what I do my photo paper for the pages. So when I'm doing, you know, my kits, and I'm like this, if I'm printing out something like that, then I also use a photo paper. And I use the Hewlett-Packard, and it is a 32-pound weight, bright white, but it is a matte photo paper. So look for that. It's in a big, you can get big packages of those in Canada. I don't know about the States, you guys. I'm really sorry I can't help you out that way, because I don't really buy my stuff from the States if I can help it, because our dollar's terrible. So I can't afford mostly to shop in the States unless it's like, you know, 3 times less than what I would pay here. Then I would do it. But for the most part, you know, it's Canadian shopping. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you like this new one. I think it's got tons of uses, that's for sure. Just little things like this, you know, when you're putting into a top load pocket, you want a little bit sticking out. I think that looks really cute, right? So anyway, I hope you have a great weekend coming up. Well, what day is it today? Oh, it's Monday. See, that's what happens when you're tired. You have no idea what day it is. So have a great week, and hopefully we'll talk on the weekend. See you soon. Bye.